All across America, there are vast differences in children's ability to succeed based on the circumstances that they were born into. In Charlotte, North Carolina, a child born into the bottom income bracket has just a 4.4% chance of reaching the top income bracket in adulthood. By contrast, in San Jose, a child born in the bottom income bracket has a 12.9% chance of reaching the top, which is almost 3 times higher than their counterpart in Charlotte. This is the question that drives social mobility research. Given that inequality of opportunity is so pervasive, what are the factors that create environments with high opportunity or low opportunity?
To answer this important question, we first must understand how social mobility has historically been defined, as well as what common indicators are used in social mobility research. Essentially, social mobility is one's ability to move upward or downward socioeconomically from where they started in society. Some common indicators that measure socioeconomic status in social mobility research include income, class, occupation, and education.
Over the years, researchers have developed innovative methods of measuring these socioeconomic outcomes and the determinants of social mobility. Some of these methods include analyzing administrative data, such as census data, tax returns, W-2s, and birth and death records. It also includes data from public institutions, such as school enrollment, test scores, and criminal records. It includes private sector data, such as on employment, wages, and housing prices. And lastly, it can include primary data, such as surveys collected by researchers. But despite these novel methods, many challenges and questions remain in the field of social mobility research. One of these challenges includes defining the appropriate geographic unit of analysis and analyzing what these different units tell us about the effects of place on social mobility. So for instance, how do social mobility results differ when we look at countries versus cities and commuting zones versus neighborhoods? Secondly, measuring social mobility can be extremely difficult. How can we leverage the information that we have right now, as well as generate new information in order to track the socioeconomic outcomes of individuals and families, both between generations and over time? And lastly, as the Visualizing Social Mobility team, we were particularly interested in how we can use visuals and narratives to inform and persuade both policymakers and public audiences about the results of social mobility research. So to tackle some of these challenges, we pursued individual research projects in studying social mobility in places such as Kenya, South Africa, the United States, and worldwide.
Our team utilized a variety of research methods to explore different questions related to social mobility. For example, our team utilized a qualitative survey method to better understand how behaviors and perceptions of college students vary by social class in an elite university. We also utilized data from the Equality of Opportunity Project to better understand how racial segregation impacts social mobility. Third, we combed through CVs and piles of resumes to better understand the paths of South African cabinet members and Kenyan professors to success. And lastly, we looked at Duke faculty research on performance at the Olympics to better understand how different countries utilize their talent pools. From these various research methods, we found a variety of results that we incorporated into data visualizations and narratives to tell a story about how social mobility both looks and acts around the world.
Using our data collection, we hope to answer the challenge of measuring social mobility by looking at socioeconomic outcomes both across the world and across different settings, such as education, housing, and employment. And through our results, we hope to shed more light into the factors that drive social mobility in order to inform public policy that creates a more equitable distribution of opportunity.
I'm Casey Pettiford.
I'm Hannah Wang.
And we would like to say thank you to our team and thank you for your time.